How to destroy a nation in one simple step. There's a lot of complicated formulas: communist subversion, indoctrination, stealing, spying, whatever you would like to point to. But I think I've got it down to one essential step, and it's derived from one word: nation. This step is convince the people of a country that they do not form a nation. You may have them concentrate on anything: the land within the borders, the cities, the central government, entertainment, culture, or most effective of all, ideas to constitute this nation. If you can convince a people that they are not a people, that they do not matter as a people, and that instead it is a place or completely intangible, unenforceable ideas, the nation is already dead then. If you crack open your Bibles, the Greek New Testament and the Hebrew Old Testament, you'll see many references to nations in their original respective language. In Hebrew, you'll see many words meaning nation, including goyim. In the original Hebrew, what unites all of these various terms together, all becoming translated as nation in English, is that all of these terms refer to a group of people. And in the original Hebrew, the in-group and out-group nation was far more descriptive. And to this day, the Merriam-Webster dictionary has a reference to this, that in the Old Testament, a nation is a description of an ethnic group of people, even during periods where these people are not organized to have a country of their own as a land. Ironically, you can also see in the Merriam-Webster definition that this conception of nation as defined by its people even lasted into modern English, to the extent that the descriptor nationality is used in their definition of what they call a nation composed of multiple nationalities, indicating that a nationality still indicates origin and lineage to many people. And if it did not, then the Merriam-Webster definition right here would make no sense. Similarly, the Greek New Testament uses the term with the root ethnos to describe nations. This term is also, as it sounds, referring to an ethnic group, who the people were specifically. The bottom line across languages for thousands of years is that a nation was defined not top down, not by the rulership, but bottom up, by who the people were as a homogeneous block. And this was the biblical perspective. The exception to this had a different word: empire. And you can understand this reasoning even in modern times. The terms African American, Chinese American, Japanese American all came into use as accurate descriptors, contrary to the don't talk about it mentality. Underlying all of this, people from all over the world still understand what a nationality and nation is. In this way, civic nationalists are already using a radical alteration to the word nationalist. In their conception, a nation is identifying numbers, and they already surrender the definition of their own nation to whoever happens to be in control of their border. In a biblical and historical sense, they simply are not nationalists. Further, if we were to still think of the term nationalist historically, it refers to someone who is for their related people, the default view. And in such a view, the demonization of the term white nationalist uniquely, in particular, rather than black nationalist, Chinese nationalist, Indian nationalist, is revealed for the nail in the coffin that this demonization is meant to be. It is the explicit denial that white people can constitute a nation, any group of white people. It is a discouragement of the thinking that a nation, a white majority nation, might be defined by its people. As such, terms like British nationalist, Italian nationalist, may imply that the unique people who define what these nations are historically matter. But the demonization continues. And in saying that nationalism is in some way evil, the opponents of nationalism attempt to remind ordinary people that they do not constitute a nation. And when I titled this video, "How to Destroy a Nation in One Step," I'm actually titling it to refer to a people. How to destroy a people, a nation, in one step. This is all the more reason to observe changes in language and concepts carefully. I use the term myself, white positive, as this is exactly where we are right now. One demographic that is being denied, disrespected, disempowered, and displaced. In some countries, a turnaround at the federal level seems to be far too little, too late. However, I'll leave you with this as a reminder. The original definition of nation was derived from the people, tribes even without a rigid structure or land necessarily. If we have a people, if we can again connect with our people, then we can first form a nation in our hearts. And one day, in some parts of the world, I do know that these empires will fall, and there will be true nations and homes.